Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with Laura Jordan, Style Savvy, and we're going to do another workwear video. We did one in the summer and we did like general tips. We went through kind of capsule wardrobe and we did all the stuff was from M&S and River Island then, and it's the same again today but for our winter wardrobe. So we're going to run through that and we're going to run through the general rules, the general tips and that kind of thing, but I will link the other video below just to give you kind of background, I suppose, on what you should have in your workwear wardrobe. So yeah.
So as you can see, we have a lot of black here today. I think it's really important to what I call pick your base. So you have to decide what your base neutral colour is when you're creating a workwear wardrobe. And the idea of a capsule wardrobe is that it all mixes and matches and blends, so you have to have the same base so that it all coordinates. Black is a fail-safe. Particularly, I always choose this for winter, depending on the client. You know, if someone prefers navy, we can do that. Typically we go navy in the summer, black in the winter. So we're going to start with the bottom half. So, and again, as you'll notice, I have two dresses which I'll show you later, but typically for capsule wardrobes you don't get as much cost per wear on your dress. You can mix and match that easier when you have separates. So that's what we have today. So first thing we're going to look at is our trouser options. So we have a high-waisted, which we can see here. This is from River Island, which again pulls nicely high up, and we have the belt and just again a nice wide leg. This is ideal for someone who likes wearing a pair of heels and has kind of a boyish figure and has got height on their side. And again,
I've tried these on before. They're really flattering.
They were so flattering.
Yeah,
and they can disguise
waist
nicely at the tummy as well, because exactly you're just pulling in at the waist. Then we have on the other side, these guys are actually from Zara, we have a really simple tapered trouser. So tapered tailored for someone who's saying, you know what, I don't have the height for a high waist, or I don't want to be wearing heels. These work beautifully with flat. I'm going to show you there through that we have just a nice little tapered finish on them, so they're gorgeous with flats.
Are they cropped or are they full length?
They're 7/8, so just above, and I think that's a really flattering length. Just above the ankle bone. If you can get the little cut here, so the tailoring piece to just sit above the ankle bone, it works really well.
I feel like everybody in work needs a pair of those.
So they're my top pick. They're an absolute basic. Most stores do them. These ones here I like because they have, you can see here, a little bit of an elastic on the back, which gives you a little bit of movement and holds them on. There's nothing worse than having to put belts on your work trousers. Most people are bending and moving in work, so you want to make sure that you've got a bit of support in that. And I love these. These are from Marks and Spencer's. They're a really kind of simple, almost a legging, dare I say that word, but really smart for work, even for a Friday or a day where you just want to be cozy and comfortable, and you can tuck in, you can have something out over them. We'll look at the pieces that match in a moment, and again they nicely tailor in, so they're great.
The zips makes them just a lot more dressy, doesn't it?
And it really does add to the style of them, and I just think they're a great piece for when you want to be very comfortable but still smart. A good alternative to jeans as well if you're trying to stay away from denim in the workplace. This is a nice alternative because they're still really comfortable, and that's what you want.
For bottoms you really do have to be practical. You can't have that much fun with what you're going to be wearing on the bottom. Like your top and your blazer and stuff is where you can kind of, that's where you show your personality. I always say that to clients, say, if you want to work wardrobe or any wardrobe that works really hard for you, you have to keep it simple. And you're not going to get a huge buzz perhaps out of buying a pair of simple black trousers, and we all go for the sparkle and the print and the pattern, but they are a staple and you'll always have something to wear when you open your wardrobe, which is half the battle. And it's about being appropriate as well, and like, you know, there's no point in buying a pair of nice trousers or pattern trousers. You only get so much wear out of them. Exactly, because they're too memorable. And you know, if someone says to you, which is obviously lovely for someone to compliment your outfit and work, but what you actually would prefer them to say is, you look great every day. As opposed to, I love that outfit, it's beautiful, great shirt, great dress. You want someone to say, God, you always look great. And that's consistency that you want to build into. That's the tricky thing about work. That's why we have Laura, because I don't work in an office anymore, and you're an expert at this. Well, with some very simple rules and guidelines, really, they're not necessarily rules. You can take on board what is helpful, but that is how you get consistency in your wardrobe, and that's really the buzzword of work, is making sure you feel that you look your best every single day. And that's hard, so we're going to try and demystify that today. Next we're going to look at some skirts. This one, I have to say, at the moment, pleats huge in terms of autumn winter trends. Now, can be tricky to wear because they add bulk, unfortunately, at the waist and at the tummy and the hips. So a couple of rules to keep in mind, or guidelines. First of all, an elasticated waist is super handy because it gives you control over where it sits and it's a bit more comfortable. Number two, go up at least one if not two sizes in your skirts, because they can sit slightly lower then, and that's more flattering. When we talk about, like, in general, if someone says to me, Laura, how do you make some clothes look really expensive, I always say go up a size. That's my biggest tip
for making something look extra chic. And Victoria Beckham is so known for oversized tailoring. When you go up a size and you just have a little bit more movement in a piece, it does look designer. So that's
I find with these, you either have to go all oversized, so wear a big oversized knit, which probably isn't appropriate for work, or else do like a blazer, and I've worn it with like a belt around it just to cinch it in.
Yes, yeah.
Or like a fitted blazer that had a button or something, just something that kind of highlights your waist.
You do need to get exactly, because you go, and that's why I would bring this into the weekend wardrobe, is with an oversized knit. I'm going to show you how to work it in, then to have a little bit of tailoring. Exactly, you need that. So that brings us very nicely into our tops, which we want to investigate next. So we're going to look at, I suppose we'll do that now, the bases that would go with either style of trouser or skirt. Whatever you buy, you have to have it mixed in. You can't afford to have something in the wardrobe that doesn't work hard. It shouldn't be there. The key thing to keep in mind, you need double the number of tops to bottoms. So if we have 3 bottoms, so say 2 different types of trousers and 1 skirt, we need 6 tops in our rotation or in our work capsule wardrobe. So a couple of things to start off with. I'm a huge polo neck fan. It's the granny in me. This one here is slightly more, I suppose, sexy, dressy. It's a lace piece. So it's fully lined down through the centre, and then we have the sleeves, which are showing a little bit of skin, so very work appropriate. And this is from River Island, and it allows us to pop, so again, tuck it into any of your skirts or trousers, and allows us to pop a blazer or jacket over it with one of these guys here would be ideal. Again, both of these from River Island. It gives you warmth and style. These two things are so hard to get together in the one time, so you have to work hard to allow that to happen. And this guy here, as you can see the fringing there on the end of that. It really just adds a little bit of a swing and movement to the piece. And it's a little bit fun as well, so that could work in nicely for the weekend. So you've got a good versatility with jeans too. Then we have a look at the pieces that can go day to night. People say to me, look, how do I go for drinks after work without having to bring an entire suitcase to work with me with a different, I don't have time to go home and change. I
was a pro at this when I was in work. That was the one thing I was good at, was dressing for like bringing it from work to events. Exactly.
And you don't have to bring you bring a makeup anyway. You don't have to bring it.
You don't want to be carrying around everything. So what did I normally do? I had a pair of shoes in work. They were my work shoes, and so I'd bring my like after work shoes then, and I'd usually wear like a dressy top and take my blazer off or a coat or something, or I don't know. I kind of had my ways.
It's the best way to try and figure out how you're going to move. And
accessorizing helped as well. I'd sometimes bring a nice bag or like a nice necklace or something that I put on afterwards. So
and it just changes it a little bit. So with that in mind, for day to night. This again, really simple camisole V-neck, great for someone who's a larger chest and doesn't want to have something really high up on the neck, so it gives a bit of flow through, just right down through the chest area. Start it again. Okay. So that brings us to our evening wear. Day to night, really important. This is great here. This is a camisole from River Island, V-neck, which is ideal for someone with a bigger bust because there's a good bit of space at the top of the top. It's not kind of buttoned up. And again, goes beautifully under our jackets, which you keep your jacket on for work and then take it off then as the evening draws on. And again, this is a similar, so again, same concept, but for someone who's smaller chest. So we have bigger chest, smaller chest, really important to cater for different shapes and sizes. This one here is again just a really simple, right up to halter neck style, but then so appropriate with the jacket over it. It looks like you're wearing a polo neck, and then pop it off then for later in the evening. So there are two good kind of options in that. Our third piece here, which I think as well will go beautifully over the skirt, I'll show you in a second, is a peplum for someone who wants to hide the tummy. Very important. So we've looked at the two chest areas, you've got to consider the tummy as well. Problem area for so many women in Ireland. And what we're looking here is a nice kick at the bottom. So great for someone who says, Laura, I can't deal with tucking in. Like it's not going to suit me. My stomach isn't ready for it. So even with, people say, gosh, could you actually wear something over? Because of the peplum, you can actually wear that over the pleat as well. And with a bit of height and a boot, it'd be absolutely gorgeous.
Or a fitted pencil skirt would be really nice as well.
I love that style of something out and then to counterbalance it in. And again, with any of our trousers that we've shown already, it just gives a little bit of balance to it. My other shirt, again, and a potential day to night option, and this is because it has a little bit of gold detail, gold thread through it, which just sparkles when it catches the light. This guy here is from Marks and Spencer's. It's the Peruna range within the store. And I just love how simple it is, because with any like a black blazer over it like this, it's work appropriate, and a camisole underneath it.
Yeah.
My typical rule is nude camisole if you don't want to see it, black camisole if you want to, you know, to have a bit of extra detail.
Yeah.
Also, this could be gorgeous with the black camisole under it, tied up for work, and then or even swap in a lacy one and have the shirt sort of more open and roll up the sleeves if you're going out after work. So again, all you're bringing in your handbag is a lacy camisole.
I think it's important to have a good selection of these kind of nice dressy blouses for work, because you can kind of mix and match them.
Totally.
And they're not that expensive to buy.
This is the thing, you're just looking at pieces that work in without costing the earth. And again, what I love about this type of shirt, similar to the one I've on me myself, you can button it up here at the neck like this, and it looks quite professional, but also open it up and pop the collar up like so, and there you've got an evening look.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's got that kind of versatility to it, which is fantastic. And for people who feel the cold, so again, more practical, I'm thinking like my as well, like polo neck every day, all day. This is, and there's a great selection of these in different colours. This guy here is from, again, the Peruna range in Marks and Spencer's, and as you can see, we even have beautiful detailing here on the bottom of the cuff. They have all colours and sizes. I think ribbing is, well, I'm going to say it's on trend every single autumn winter. It comes back in, but it's a really good one to show off a waist as well. And there's every colourway in this. I think this burgundy colour, which is huge, as it tends to be most autumn times, blends in nicely because it goes with denim, goes with black, goes with navy.
I think sometimes it can be difficult to decide, like with knitwear, what's work appropriate and what is just too casual.
Which is just a woolly jumper versus something smart. So you do need to have something that has like the little bit of detail here, smartens it up. A half, I think that's gorgeous, the little half roll. It's not a full kind of large polo neck, and it's got it's a slim fit, so it's nothing that is too bulky and oversized.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're wearing a big
hoodie
or something.
Gosh, I'm just bringing my duvet with me. And or B, it's just too hot as well. Often offices can get warm as the day goes on, so we're keeping that in mind. And then we have two pieces. I feel when you have like a silk in your wardrobe of some, not necessarily 100% silk, but a silk concept, it's helpful because it's smart, but it's also practical. This guy here I love because it's got the 3/4 length sleeve, the most flattering sleeve length. It's got a collar which allows us to pop a statement necklace with it, and it's nice and floaty on the tummy.
It's very simple as well, like it'll probably go with everything.
This is it. And this is what we said, we'll come back to it again. You have to be simple to build consistency. No one says, oh my gosh, this person looks amazing. If you are in your statement every day, you're spending a fortune.
And that's one thing to bear in mind when you're going shopping for workwear as well. As much as you probably are drawn to the more like fun things, which I always am as well, when you're dressing every day, you need those simple things in your wardrobe. They're not the most exciting things in the world to buy, but that's how you kind of get the most out of your outfits. So.
And it's the way to, it's the way to wake up in the morning and say, oh phew, I have something to wear for work and I'm not panicking. I'm not trying to put something elaborate together at 7:30 in the morning in November.
Yes.
So it gives you a bit of scope for that. So again, this is really simple, and it's a good opportunity here for us to show how adding accessories can really change a look. So I've just taken two pieces, very simple, both from Marks and Spencer's, who I have to say have a very strong collection in terms of their accessories. I'm a fan of their pieces. So again, if you prefer something that's a little higher up, this guy here works beautifully. So again, just changes that up a little bit. Even if we put this on our roll neck, it just adds quite a lot of smart points to it. See, it really does just change that, which is important. And I typically say for someone who wants to bring the eye up, so smaller busted, go for a piece that sits higher on the neck. And then the alternative for somebody who wants to draw the eye down to a neat and narrow waist, let's go for something a little longer, which we have here. And again, changes it completely. And do not overestimate, or rather underestimate, the importance of accessories. They are key to changing your look for work. This by itself, this polo neck is one top. This with two necklaces is 3 looks. Top by itself, top with necklace 1, top with necklace 2.
And even simple like necklace like what I'm wearing, or like layered necklaces.
Exactly.
Something small if you don't like the big chunky necklaces, you can do ones that are more delicate as well.
Fine and dainty, and they work very well with pieces that are open necked. So as we saw earlier, this piece here could work beautifully with a nice fine piece to wear in the evening if you say you put a bit of tan on, or you know.
I think that actually might be the winter version of what I'm wearing here.
There we
go.
go.
This is a Ryland cami top under a blazer.
Great minds think alike.
So yeah.
Show piece. So these guys here are our 2 dress options, which I included in forest green, because I think if you're purchasing dresses, you want to get a lot out of them in terms of colorways. So these can be worn with, we'll show the shoes in a moment, black, with nude, with tan, with navy, with any colour. They work for colour. So this first one here, and again, this does remind me of a Victoria Beckham style, as we were mentioning earlier. Nice in that it's high on the neck. It's got a substantial sleeve and it just flows right down.
Would you wear a belt with that, or would you just wear it?
I'd actually leave it as is because it's got pockets which are actually deceptive that you can't quite see them, so you can just see them here. So I love a dress with pockets. So literally as you're standing, it's very chic with a little bit of height.
I'll include a picture of that on the model just so you get an idea of what that
because
looks
it's
like
actually tricky for me to show it here. And what I do in terms of footwear, I'd pop, you have a couple of options. These guys here are just great. Again, animal print everywhere for the season ahead. And these ones here, which you probably again can't see on the camera, I'll see things there, a really comfy support in the center here, which holds them on your foot. And we were just chatting about that earlier. I have a narrow ankle and heels tend to fall off. I leave them behind me as I walk. So this guy here is brilliant because it gives you a little bit of extra focus. And even you could easily work in a tan, which we have here. I adore these.
Yeah, they're
pure leather, soft as butter. Again, Marks and Spencer's. And there's a height. Now it is a bit of height to it, but it's not quite as unmanageable as a skyscraper, so possible for daytime.
And boots are easier to wear.
Much easier because they have the support up here at the ankle, and these guys working in beautifully with the green. So I love that idea of the nude and the tan kind of colour. They're 99, I think. 95 even, save you €4 there. Yeah, €95. And again, they'll work with a bare leg now or a tight, which is actually, when I say bare leg now, I'm wearing tights today, so I can't even pretend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like from here on out,
I just think it's tights now until pretty much April, to be honest. And my second option here is for someone who prefers a slightly more relaxed style or has a slightly more relaxed dress code, because again, we've got to remember that workplaces now are not quite as formal as they used to be, so it's a question of working in pieces that are a little more casual. And here I love this, again bringing the eye up, great for someone who has a smaller bust and wants to draw the eye up. A little bit of elasticated waist here, so comfortable. Remember, we're wearing these clothes for at least 8 hours a day. We want them to be comfortable. And then I love this little detail here, which is just a small bit of elastic, so it's almost got that kind of prairie vibe, but yet it's smart enough for work. And again, that green colour, it's a lovely length, and we can show that in full length to see it because it's a bit tricky for me to show. But again, beautiful with the longer pendant, and it's just more of a relaxed style, I suppose, than the other green piece.
What's your thoughts on black jeans for winter?
I think they are an absolute staple. I think everyone should have multiple pairs. And I think once you have a workplace that is okay for denim, they are the smartest to wear.
It just depends on
It does depend, yes, exactly. So you can ask about dress code in the office. If in doubt, look around. That's what I always do. I always say to clients, look around.
Sometimes you can't even tell the difference, I think, between black denim and black pants.
And personally, I feel black denim worn well can be smarter than a pair of ill-fitting black trousers, which is why I'm so picky with black trousers. We said they are a staple for a workwear wardrobe, but the ones I was showing you earlier, they have the elasticated piece here, so they have a bit of stretch and movement. There's nothing worse than a badly fitted pair, so I'd rather someone wear like a smart pair of black jeans. And again, super sharp and smart with a blazer and a top underneath them. So I would never at all really like denim, particularly if you're working in a business casual workplace or a smart casual workplace. Only really it's the high corporate tiers of law, finance, banking where it's no denim at all, except potentially Casual Friday, which we must do actually a piece on that, because
that'd be fun.
That's very stressful. Casual Friday, I think, is more stressful for so many women.
That's true.
Yeah, you know,
what's appropriate, what's not.
Yeah, you're looking at creating another area.
How casual can we go?
How casual can we go? I always say, even for firms where you say wear whatever you want, I say just because you can wear whatever you want, I mean you should wear whatever you want. So it's mixing that in as well.
Okay, so if you had to choose 5 workwear shops, like they're the only 5 shops you can shop in.
Oh my gosh, I'm under pressure now. Okay, where would I go? Let's start with Marks and Spencer's. Great quality, good pieces, good fit. River Island, not just for fun party wear, because they really do cater for work basics well, and a little bit of fun with the blazers, as we said. Zara, without question, it's a huge, probably workwear is their biggest seller.
Just
within
so
Zara.
Tailored and
so tailored,
so affordable.
Yeah, affordable and smart. Duns, I absolutely adore, particularly the Savita range, and they have kind of brought the boutique style within the store, which is fantastic. We can't forget Pennies.
Oh yeah,
absolutely not. Particularly their shirts, which give you like a longevity. You might wear them for months, but they just give a little bit of longevity in the wardrobe and allow you to
so affordable as well.
That's what's so important, and particularly if you have to go to weddings or occasions where you just pump a lot of your money into other areas. So how do you make yourself look as presentable and confident as possible for work without blowing the bank?
Yeah. Okay, so we've ran through all the workwear wardrobe, kind of like a capsule wardrobe. This, if you got all of these pieces, this would definitely get you started. Probably get you, how many outfits do you think?
I would say if you bought, let me see, 12 pieces will get you 40 outfits, which is
40
8 weeks of work, girls.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And all very affordable. I'll link everything below, so if you want to look into any of the pieces anymore, everything will be below. And thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're literally the workwear expert. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you so much. And thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll link Laura's Instagram and everything below as well if you want to check her out.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thanks.
guys.